As the largest of Melbourne's 3 water corporations, Yarra Valley Water is committed to delivering quality water and sanitation services to 1.8 million people living and working in our district. And today, our focus is on you. Yarra Valley Water has been developing servicing options with Yarra Ranges Shire Council and the community in the Monbulk area, who currently use septic systems to manage their property's wastewater. We have investigated the characteristics of over 900 properties in Monbulk to get a detailed understanding of whether each property is capable of containing its own wastewater on site. We looked at how much land space is available to be used for irrigation, the slope of the land, the type of soil, and how close the property is to waterways. These investigations are known as land capability assessments. We have found that some properties can and others cannot contain their own wastewater on site, even some with modern, well-maintained septic systems installed. The spills there cause a public health and environmental risk to your local area. They flow into local drains, which flow into your local creeks, where they may harm the fish and plants and create unwanted odours. Our project's purpose is to provide modern sewerage service to those properties that are not able to contain the wastewater on site. We've been working to identify the most suitable long-term servicing option for the Monbulk community. We've looked at 10 different servicing options and are now presenting the best 2 options. So now we are asking for your opinion on which servicing option would work best for your community now and into the future. The first option is the Decentralised Servicing option, and the second option is the Pressure Sewer option. But how does each option work, and what would it mean for you? Let's start with the Decentralised Servicing option. This option involves upgrading the on-site systems for those properties that cannot contain their wastewater on site. The upgraded systems would treat their wastewater, and land on each property would be used for underground irrigation. Any excess wastewater would then be transported away through a network of underground sewer pipes to multiple storage and irrigation sites, including parks and reserves. The exact location of these sites would be determined in the next stage of the project. At these sites, the wastewater would be filtered and disinfected to produce Class B recycled water, which would be used for irrigating your local public sports fields and parks. Now, let's talk about the Pressure Sewer option. Those properties that cannot contain their wastewater on site would have new pressure sewer infrastructure installed on their property, which would be connected to new underground pipes in the street. These pipes would then transfer all the wastewater away to one of Melbourne's major sewage treatment plants. The pressure sewer pumps would be designed such that they have redundancies to cope with power outages of several days. So, how do these options compare? The characteristics of the Decentralised Servicing option are: all wastewater would be available for irrigation of homes, local parks and reserves. Properties will be serviced with an upgraded on-site system funded and maintained by Yarra Valley Water. A certain part of the backyard will be needed as an irrigation field. Hence, this option limits the way smaller properties can use or develop their land. Customers would have to pay regular sewer usage and system charges. Furthermore, our analysis indicates that this option is likely to be more expensive for the community, especially as Monbulk grows. This is a new service that is not currently offered by Yarra Valley Water. On the other hand, the characteristics of the Pressure Sewer option are that it will likely have lower community cost, while being easier to cater for growth and diversification of the housing types in Monbulk. Properties will be serviced with a pressure sewer unit funded and maintained by Yarra Valley Water. This option gives customers the flexibility to change their property, such as adding a swimming pool or workshop, because no space is needed for irrigation. Like the Decentralised Servicing option, they would pay regular sewer usage and system charges. It's important to remember that both options would be built for the purpose of servicing only those properties that are not capable of containing their own wastewater on site. However, for both options, additional connections would be allowed in the future, provided they meet Council's planning requirements. Both options will result in an improved environment and healthier backyards. Additionally, for both options, a network of sewer pipes will need to be constructed along some streets in Monbulk. Wherever we can, these pipes will be bored underground with minimal impact on vegetation and roads. We've considered the pros and cons of both options, and based on our work, Yarra Valley Water's preferred option is the pressure sewer option. This is because this option more easily caters for growth in Monbulk into the future and also has a lower community cost. However, we won't be making a decision until we know what you think. It's time for you to have your say. Jump on our website and tell us which of these two options you prefer and why. Your feedback will help us to decide how we provide a sewerage service for Monbulk. Yarra Valley Water, protecting public health and your local environment.